Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. On my lap, I have a hamster. Yay, it's been a while. Gojira is usually the only one that's awake. And usually, not even usually then. I just happened to be recording early today because I have therapy. And so there's a little Gojira. She was digging around in her cage. So I've got her out because I love my little hamsters and I love their stubby little tails. They are just so awesome and cute and wonderful. My spirit guide, my spirit animal, my totem animal is in fact a hamster. On a sacred vision quest, I spoke with my spirit guide. So it's a good thing. But I'm going to put her away and let her go back to digging around and eating seeds, and then she won't have people pulling on her tail. Here we go, little one. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you. There we go. Bingo. I try to put them down in their cages that their feet aren't dangling. Because her cage is on the floor, it's really, really hard. So generally she's used to, semi feet not dangling and then on the ground. It doesn't freak her out anymore, thank goodness. But generally on the whole, all my other hamsters, because their cage, well, except for Thigmo, but I rarely pick him up. Their cages are up high enough that it's easy. I can just set them down and then they just walk off my hand in their cage. But still, definitely a thumbs up. She is a sweetheart. She's a wonderful little hamster. All my hamsters are wonderful hamsters. Even Thigmo, who does not like to be picked up, he's a wonderful hamster too. Definitely a good thing. I went and ate something with my top plate off yesterday. Ate is a harsh word. I had to wait for it to dissolve as I just moved it around with my tongue. Unfortunately, it also chewed up the roof of my mouth. And so the roof of my mouth is all tore up even after sleeping. Normally you'd think, hey, wouldn't sleeping for 8 hours help? Well, yeah, it would, except that with the sleep mask, because of my sleep apnea, the way it forces air, my mouth gets forced open, and so my entire mouth is just dry because I've got an air compressor shoving air down my throat. And, much as I may want to breathe through my nose, because of the pressure of the mask on my jaw, it forces my jaw open and then air straight down my throat, which is one of the reasons I end up swallowing so much air. Because I swallow a lot of air, and it's painful when that air works its way through my gut. Because it's got, it comes in here, so it's got to go out the other side. But, we've got long digestive tracts. We're omnivores. Not as long as herbivores, not as short as carnivores. We're omnivores, so it's right in the middle, which is true. Carnivores like lions and such, because they eat meat, have very, very short digestive tracts because it's get it in, extract what you can, and then get it out as fast as possible. Herbivores, because vegetables require so much extra work, have very, very long digestive tracts so that they can extract everything that it needs to get out of just its complete vegetable diet. And then because we can eat pretty much damn near anything, we're stuck right in the middle. We can eat meat, but we don't have the short digestive tract. And so, you don't get toxins, you don't get buildup in your intestines, you don't get anything like that. That's all pseudoscience woo. You don't need a detox. It's just our digestive systems are a little bit too long for the proper digestion of meat stuff. And of course, they aren't quite long enough for the proper digestion of a lot of vegetable stuff, which is why we cook foods. Cooking foods makes it so that meat can shoot through our systems faster, and vegetables easier to break down because they're cooked. Definitely a good thing. Especially, don't eat grass. Grass can seriously destroy your teeth. It has silica in it and it will rip your teeth apart. So don't even play with that. Anyway though, one of the things minor thing that I'd wanted to talk about was one of the comments that I'd had just this morning. I was going through, because I open up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, if I remember, make sure I'm centered-ish. Is one of the comments was, you need to do less. You just do too much. Do much, much less and you'll do so much better. Problem with that is it's no longer true on YouTube's part. YouTube, once you set up a schedule, if you vary from that schedule, you will get punished. And those that upload more are valued by YouTube over more those that upload less. So now that I've been uploading as much as I have for as long as I have, I'm not really getting advertised because YouTube's going full corporate, but life is life, and I'm just me, so I'm not a huge try and advertise to sell sort of thing. But let's see, I was talking, oh god, I love fibro not being advertised because, so yes. Now the thing too, because I've got myself locked into a schedule, is I'm actually amazed, and I know I'm sort of really rambling on this point, is because I've got a couple points on this one that all are part of the same thing. I'm amazed I haven't burned out. There are people on YouTube that do like 3 videos a week, and they've done 3 videos a week for like 2 years and are burned out. They are burned out. They have to take months off to get their psychic batteries recharged. There are people that, it's like they do a video a week for 3 years and they are done. I've been doing 2 to 3, probably still counts as 4 videos a day, because for a while I was doing 8. 4 videos a day for almost, coming up on 5 years now. And there's only one day, like in the first 6 months, I think it was, or first year, where I missed one day. I am a prime candidate for burning out because I've been doing, like I said, I've got like 5,000 plus videos that I have made in the past 4.5 years. That's a lot of videos. And I should be on the fast track to burnout, I imagine. And yet I'm still trying to come up with all sorts of new ideas and new things to do to make more videos. I'm not saying I'm not going to be a victim of burnout. In fact, I'm amazed I haven't burned out already. But I'm just, in fact, that was my point, to be honest, is I'm amazed I haven't. But I like routine and I like habit, and so at this point in my life, occasionally I do think, well, why am I doing this every single day? Like when I sit down, when I have nothing to say, when my mind is just blank, I cannot think of a thing. But I still power forward because it's not just to talk about things, as I've mentioned. This is to bubble sort my brain so I can think. And whether or not I sit down and go, gosh, I have nothing I need to talk about, the fact remains that if I don't do the bubble sorting, I'm not going to function properly. So I may sit down with nothing to say and be boring and awful, but the point is I'm doing it so that I can think. So thank you so very much, each and every one of you that watches these, even when they're not the most scintillating and fascinating of vlogs. It is appreciated. I'm not saying this is one of them, because I've actually got things I'm trying to say. But the fact that people do watch is greatly appreciated. Very awesome. It's a very good thing. You let me bubble sort my brain, and that is awesome. I am a talker. I have to talk, and I have no one to talk to except for you. So thank you so very much. If I could make this a two-way conversation, I certainly would. And I'm hoping to start live streaming. I want a Twitch stream, but I need a cell phone so I can send text messages, because to get paid to stream on Twitch, they have to send you a code on text. You text them back the code. then they know that you're you, and you are set. You can start getting paid for streaming on Twitch. I don't have a cell phone yet. I need to call 211 and do that. I don't have a cell phone yet. So I can't do that. I mean, I can stream on Twitch, but it'll just be spending hours, being with my community, but then nothing else. Just spending my time making money for Twitch and none for me. YouTube live streaming, apparently you don't have to do that. So I'm going to hopefully be streaming off YouTube and start doing that. So I got to see how that works out and try and get that done. Because I want to live stream again. I enjoy live streaming. I enjoy talking with people. I enjoy doing things as I'm talking to people. Though it's hard, that's one of the challenges of live streaming. Well, it's also one of the challenges of just doing Let's Plays, is the fact that you've got to keep your mouth going the entire time that you're going, because it's just staring at somebody's face while they're dead blank is not all that fascinating. Which, I know I'm really jumping and rambling, but here we go. I like to watch the occasional Let's Play on YouTube. It depends on the game, it depends on the Let's Player, it depends on the situation. There are sometimes I like to sit down and watch. Currently, I'm watching a lot of this one fellow called John Wolf. He's been like 7 years doing YouTube stuff or more, and he does a lot of horror games. I've been watching a lot of his playlists. I've been watching a lot of his, current stuff. He's an interesting fellow, so I watch a lot of him. Now, what was I going on that one? Yes, so I'm watching a lot. I remember why. Now I was, watching a lot of YouTube Let's Players. There's a type of Let's Player that I don't know why or how they do it this way. I guess I can understand if they don't feel they have a good enough personality, perhaps, or they don't have the equipment, or they just don't want to do that. But they're the Let's Players that just do the game and don't talk over it. And it'll be just as many or just as long as, like, say, anybody else who does the Let's Play. It might be 15, 20 episodes of it, but there's no commentary. None. Not a single bit of voice. I mean, as soon as I determine that that's what the situation is, I turn off the video and I leave. Because I'm not watching the Let's Play for the game. I'm not watching the Let's Play for what's, because 90% of the time I'm not going to ever play the game that's done. Especially like with this John Wolf. I'm never going to play these games. He plays lots of really, really, bad horror games. And he does that on purpose. I'm not watching it for the gameplay. I'm watching it because it's John Wolf. And he's an entertaining fellow. And I want to see how he reacts to this game. He says, is this game still scary? Shows a clip of him playing it back in 2013 with massively different hairstyles. And then he says, let's see if it's still scary in 2019. I mean, he's just redoing a video he's already done. But I'm watching it for him. And that's the way I like to watch so much of my YouTube stuff. I mean, I watch things like there's EEV blog of this guy down in Australia. Well, not necessarily down, because there is no real up or down, space. But there's this fellow in Australia, he does electronic stuff. I watch a lot of what he does. I don't understand electronics, but I watch it just because it's him. I find him entertaining. And so when he's talking about having to move his lab or breaking stuff down or doing this or that, I watch that because it's him doing that. That's the sort of thing that I've been trying to do with my channel, so that people, because that doesn't happen with my Let's Play video, not my Let's Play, my reaction videos. People don't watch my reaction videos because I do the reaction videos. People watch the reaction videos because he reacted to that song I like, and so they watch that reaction video. And then none of the other reactions I've done are that sort of genre thing. And they don't really care about, the fact that it was me reacting to it. So they'll just watch that. That's fine. That's good. But I'm also trying to do what people like John Wolf do, which is try and attract people to, for whatever reason you show up, but then mostly stay for me. And I know I'm just boring and awful. I'm a 56-year-old guy. All the exciting stuff I did in my life, I did way long ago. I mean, since I got out of the Air Force, I've been boring. I mean, I have essentially just, been on a slow decline in my ability to pay for living as my body falls apart, and I'm trying to deal with the alcoholism I spent most of my life doing and all this stuff. So thank you. It is appreciated, each and every one of you. If I was a celebrity or some such, I know this would be easier. If I was someone who didn't care about other people like the Paul brothers, it would be easier. If I was an alt-right grifter, it would be easier because I could just pump out like 10 or 12 hate videos a day and rake in the money from the alt-right. I'm not. I'm me. And I actually believe in things like justice and humanity and things like that. So I can't be an alt-right grifter. I believe in people. So, but I'm trying my best. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is arranged because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and worse, I'm sorry. If I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. Being an American English speaker, I'm just not good at that sort of thing. Better than most, but better than most is still not perfect. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment later. I'm going to thumbs up each one I read, answer as many as I can. But for right now, just thank you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. The fact is, you took the time to leave a comment. It is appreciated. Except for the abusive comments, those ones I just immediately trash can. I get very, very few of those. But they do show up periodically. So Masu Boy, thank you very, very much. And Killer B, greatly appreciated. King Coffrin, I sure hope I pronounced that correctly. And then we have Alice R, thumbs up and thank you very much. Kathy Kitskat, greatly appreciated. David Vornsand, well, howdy, glad to see you. And Omnis Una Manet Nox, I am nowhere close because I bet that's Latin and I do not know how to pronounce Latin stuff. 111 Sienna, greatly appreciated. Polynix, thumbs up and thank you. Confused the Owl, greatly, 29, greatly appreciated. And who knows, I may. Adrian Bryan, thumbs up and thank you. Alejandro Solis, thumbs up. Cup Noodle Gaming, I like your name, thank you. Kenny, greatly appreciated. And Russian Timing,
I gotta try and work with that voice for Drex. She's a 5'4", 110-pound little slip of a girl. She's got a pretty deep voice though, don't she?
And of course we have Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. Scott Gust, greatly appreciated. Steve 99, thumbs up and thank you. Ryan Davies, thumbs up, thank you. Trey Crumnow, greatly appreciated. Batman, big fan, good to see you in the comments. Coming to really enjoy seeing your name. Paladin Wallian, thumbs up and thank you. And Snoopy, there we go. Had to think about that one. Platinum Mace, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, we have Matthew Balcher, also known as Mateus Balcher, I believe. So which one is it? Hard to say. But thank you all so much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is appreciated. I need to get on medication for my depression. I have been depressed my entire life. I was only diagnosed at 22. I have been spottily medicated since then. I haven't been medicated for a decade. So it would be a good thing. And hey, if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to. I mean, really. But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. My chair is not as noisy today. Some days I move and just, it sounds like a vast piece of rusty machinery. Today it's actually moving pretty quietly, so good thing. I mean, it's leather cheap leather, so it makes leather noises, but still. Anyway, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I got this video, another video coming up, another one after that, and then hopefully tomorrow, another song mutilation.